In this video, I'm going to talk about CIS18A Lab 3 Exercise 9. This is a program about a pizzeria that's offering discount to its customer. The program that we're writing needs to calculate and display the average discount of pizza. And given the choices are $2 off for 2 pizza, $5 off for 4 pizzas, $10 off for 8 pizzas, and $12 off for 10 pizza, and $15 off for 12 pizzas. So to start, we would begin using our text editor to create our code. At the top, I have the block comment to state the program general information. I declare a class called order, and within this class, I have the main method. And inside order, I also include a two-dimensional array. And the difference between a single dimension and two-dimension is that you would see the additional set of square brace. So the square bracket indicate that it has an additional dimension, so we would have 2 for our two-dimension. One dimension would be the discount, which is $2, $5, $10, and so forth. The second dimension would be the number of pizzas that's parallel with the discount, 2, 4, 8, 10, and 12. So here we declared and initialized our two-dimension array. And as you initialize the value, make sure that you include the double curly brace. And within it, each of the set is indicated and separated by a comma. Then I also have a variable called discount. And both of these, the array and the variable, I want to use the double data type because we're working with money or monetary values, which would have decimal points. So in order to access the array, we have to use a for loop. And there are 3 parts in a for loop. The first part is where it begins, which is at index 0. That's the first element. Where it's going to stop at 4. It won't reach 5 because it's the less than operator is used here. So as it goes through the index, it's going to stop right after it index 4. So 0 through 4 and how it updates. So again, the for loop should have 3 parts: where it begins, where it's going to stop, and how it updates. So as it goes through the for loop, we want to print out each time that it loops the discount when they order a certain amount of pizza. So when they order a certain number of pizza, then we would provide the discount. And notice that we're utilizing the indices for the loops. And we simply include that into the print method to show the amount and the pizzas. Then I also nest a second for loop to access the indices again, because we want to access both parts, the discount and the number of pizza. So in order to identify or calculate the discount per pizza per option, for example, if it's $2 off for 2 pizza, we simply take $2 divided by 2 to get the discount per pizza there. So we would set up the for loop again with 3 parts. It's going to start at 0, right? It's going to stop at 1, and it's going to increment. So in this case, what we want is we want to simply calculate the discount per pizza for each of the options. Then we would use the printline method to print out each pizza discount is. Then we would add it all up. So the discount here I'm using a compound operator to add up the total discount for the 5 options, and then outside of the for loop, I simply divide it by 5 to get the average discount for all of the options. So at the end, I use the print method to state what would be the average discount for all of the options at the restaurant. So we're looking at some option will be $1, some option will be $1.25, but we want to find the average discount in all options combined. So this is the program. After I create the program, I would simply go File, Save As, and I want to name this order.java because that's my class name, and I would choose all files here, click Save, and open up my command line, and I'm using command prompt in Windows. Simply change directory to desktop or wherever you save your file. So I did cd desktop, and at this point I'm going to go ahead and compile the program. So javac order.java, and after I compile the program, I simply run the program. Since it's only have one class and the program only has one class, I'm just going to use the same name there. So as you can see, if we scroll back up here, after the program is ran, it states that when you order 2 pizza, you get $2 discount. So each pizza discount is $1. Then we would continue. So as it goes through the for loop, it gives us the nested loop as well. It gives us the first for loop gives us the order options. 2 pizza for $2 discount. Then the second for loop gives us the calculation of each pizza discount. Then as we go, after it completed the loops, then we had calculated the average pizza discount by summing up all of the individual pizza discount for each of the options and divided by 5, which gives us $1.19 average discount in all options at the pizzeria. So again, just to recap, looking at the code, we started with declaration of the class, having the main method included in that class, initialize our 2-dimension array to contain discount and the number of pizza for each of the option. Then we have another variable called discount to store the output or the calculation that we'll be outputting at the end, which is the average discount for all the options. The first for loop simply allow us to access the index for each of the set for the discount and the number of pizza. Then the second for loop allows us to do the calculation to determine each pizza discount for each of the option. Then we sum it up, each discount for each pizza option, sum it up, find the average, and then use the print method to output. So at the end, what we would have is not only the calculation for the average, but displaying the options and each option discount and the average discount for all options at the pizzeria. So it's best to use multidimensional array when you have data sets that require indices or parallel options or concurrent options with, inside that data set itself. So in this case, what we have is we have this count that's parallel with the number of pizza for each of the subset, and we would move forward using the for loop to access each of the value in that group of data.